Hello friends, today I will discuss the numerical problems on illumination. Here, a lamp emits a total flux of 1500 lumens. Find A bit, the MSCP, B bit, a surface is placed 3 meters from a 200 CP uniform source of light. Find the illumination on the surface when the surface is A bit, normal, B bit, inclined at 60 degrees, third bit, parallel to the light rays, that is flux lines. So using given data, first draw the diagram. So this is the light source, point source, and let us say here the surface is at a distance 3 meters as per the given data, and it is normal to the source flux like this. What he wants is he wants to know the flux at a different angle on the surface. So then we draw a diagram like this. This is the light and this is the surface AB, and he is also saying a surface is making some angle, that is theta, like this. So we have to calculate what is this x, that is the distance between A and B, and what is the distance between L and B for further calculations. So first we calculate this x. So that is tan theta is given by opposite side by adjacent side, that is x by 3. From this we can calculate x is equal to 3 tan theta, and the angle of surface is given as 60 degrees, so 3 into tan 60, then we get 5.19 meters. So once we know this x and 3, we can also calculate what is the distance between L and B, that is nothing but d1 is given by d1 is equal to root of 3 square plus x square. So we know x, that is 5.1. So we can write root of 3 square plus 5.1 whole square under root. So when we simplify it, we get 6 meters. Then coming to the given questions, that is first calculate the what is the MSCP, that is A bit. The MSCP of the light is given by total flux divided by the 4 pi, that is solid angle. So phi t is given, that is total flux is given as 1500 divided by 4 pi. Then we get 119.42 Cp. Next, coming to the B bit. So in that first bit is, if the surface is normal to the light source, then we use inverse square law of illumination, that is E is equal to I by D square. So I is given, that is 200 Cp, D is given, that is 3 meters, so 200 divided by 3 square, then we get 22.22 lux. Then when the surface is inclined with respect to the light rays by an angle 60 degrees like this, then we have to use Lambert's cosine law to get the illumination at point B. So that is E is equal to I by D1 square into cos 60. We already calculated what is D1 and we know what is I and we know angle. So substitute them. 200 divided by 6 square into cos 60 is nothing but half. So we get 2.77 lux. Then last point, last question. That is, if the surface is parallel to the light rays, then there is nothing like light falling on the surface. So the illumination automatically will become zero, because the flux is zero, automatically illumination becomes zero. So this is another problem. What is the mounting height of light source from floor to get maximum illumination at a distance from the foot of light source on the floor? So here no data is given, but he asked the question. So here we have to make some assumptions, then proceed. So let I be the luminous intensity of the lamp, and H is the mounting height of the lamp, and L is the distance from O to P, that is on the surface, like this. And what he wants is what should be the height of the lamp to get the maximum illumination at point P. So means we have to establish a relation between L and H. So to get this, we have to use what is called the Lambert's cosine law. So before we use that, we draw the diagram like this. So this is the height of the lamp from the floor, and this is the distance of surface, that is L, from foot of the lamp, and the distance between the light and the point P is given by D1. And we know the Lambert's cosine law of illumination, that is E is equal to I by D1 square cos theta. So then we can write I divided by the root of H square plus L square and whole square. Then cos theta means the angle made by this D1 with this vertical line SO. So that is nothing but adjacent side is nothing but H divided by the root of H square plus L square. So when we simplify this, we get I into H divided by H square plus L square whole to the power of 3 by 2. For illumination to be maximum at point P, the illumination curve should become peak. That is, the derivative of the curve should become 0. That is, dE by dH must become 0. So differentiating this E equation, then we get like this: root of H square plus L square into 1 minus H into 3 by 2 into H square plus L square whole power half into 2H is equal to 0. It is nothing but differentiation of U by V formula. So divided by V square means that becomes 0, because we have dE by dH is equal to 0. So we put 0 here. When we simplify it, then we get the mounting height H is equal to L by root 3. So in other words, the length of the surface should be root 3 times H, because he asked only the mounting height of the lamp to get the maximum illumination at point P. So we have to write mounting height in terms of the length, that is L by root 3. Sorry, it is H is equal to L by root 2. Another problem. A lamp of 500 cp is placed 2 meters below a plane mirror with a reflector factor of 80%. Find the illumination at a point 5 meters away from the foot of the lamp, and the lamp is mounted 5 meters above the ground. So from the given data, first draw the diagram. That is, this is the light source O. The mounting height from the ground is 5 meters, that is given, and above this light there is a plane mirror. So that is at 2 meters away from the source upwards we have a mirror here. Then what he wants is what is the illumination at point A, that is which is at a distance called 5 meters from the foot of the lamp. So here, to solve this problem, we have to take the mirror light source also into account. That is, so here light source is 2 meters below the plane like this. Similarly, we have to assume there is a mirror light behind this at a distance 2 meters like this, that is O dash. So to get the illumination at this point due to the source O dash, we have to apply what is called the Lambert's cosine law. So to apply the Lambert's cosine law, first of all we have to calculate what is this theta 1, what is this theta 2, what is this d1, what is this d2. So to get the all this data, so first we calculate what is the candle power, that is the luminous intensity of the lamp, that is effective luminous intensity of the lamp. So to get the effective luminous intensity of the lamp, we have to multiply that with the reflection factor. So I into RF, that is RF value is given as 80%. So we get here 0.8 into the luminous intensity of the lamp is 500 cp. So when we multiply, we get 400 cp. This is the effective cp of the lamp. Then so now we assume E0 is illumination due to the light source O, and E0 dash is the illumination due to the light source O dash at point A. So to get the E0, we write the equation I by d1 square cos theta 1. To get the illumination due to the light source O dash, E0 dash is given by I by d2 square into cos theta 2. So to get this cos theta 1, d1, d2, we have to use this diagram. So from this diagram, we can calculate what is d1, that is root of 5 square plus 5 square under root, then we get 5 root 2 meters. Similarly, d2 is given by root of 5 square plus 5 plus 2 whole square. Then we get root of 106 meters. So once we know this d1 and d2, then we substitute all the values here. That is, I is given as 500 cp divided by d1, that is 5 root 2 whole square into cos theta 1. Adjacent side is nothing but 5 divided by d1 is nothing but 5 root 2. So we write 500 into 5 divided by 5 root 2 whole square into 5 root 2. So when we simplify it, we get 7.07 lux. So similarly, the illumination due to O dash, that is I by d2 square into cos theta 2. So I is given as 500 divided by d2 is nothing but root of 106 whole square into cos theta 2 is nothing but 9, that is 5 plus 2 plus 2, that is 9, divided by root of 106. So when we simplify it, then we get 3.29 lux. Then the total illumination at point A due to the two light sources is given by EA is equal to E naught plus E naught dash. So we get 7.07 plus 3.29, that is 10.37 lux.